So it's not about them trying to control my energy. It's about when they know how to discipline themselves enough to know how to control themselves so that when they speak to the point where they have to set their boundaries, it's sexy. Welcome back to Along This Spiritual Journey. So, something that I realize with energy is that people always try to encompass what they see versus what they feel. What you see is half of it's just the frosting. It's literally just the icing on the cake, right? It's that moment of when you get into the cake and it's your favorite flavor. And it's just the right amount of energy, it's the right amount of confidence, it's the right amount of cockiness, the right amount of intelligence. The thing about energy is it is a formula. Everyone has a concoction that gets them going. Everyone has their thing that they like. Like we talk about aesthetics. The thing about trends and subcultures that most people would forget to recognize is that they are just a pictograph of what the energy inside of our minds are seeing and interpreting as thoughts and pictures, but they're coming out as a feeling, right? Most things that we think and feel are just a feeling of, ooh, you see it first, right? I like that color or I like that texture. And then all of a sudden, your mind is focused on that texture and that color. It becomes your favorite color and texture, right? And now you're looking for this color and texture everywhere. And then you meet it because it has all the things that you like and the attributes of this color and texture, and you think it must be the same as the first experience. But you forget the emotional moment. When you interacted with this color and texture, what were you doing? You know what I mean? Like, were you staring at a sunset? Were you hanging out with friends and family and just in a happy moment looking around, seeing everyone laugh and enjoy themselves and just being happy to be in existence, right? And then you recognize a color, and then you recognize a texture, and then it becomes a part of a memory. This is how the formula works with energy. When you see something that you think you like, investigate it. Do not become it. You can become it if you want, but this is how you get caught up in trends. This is where you see people where they'll see, oh, well, they did something to their body, so I'll do something to my body. They did something to their outfits, I'll do something to my outfits. Those are trends where we're just mimicking whatever just to be popular, but we really don't like it. I did it as a kid. Abercrombie and Fitch. I never liked wearing it. Don't have anything against the brand, but it was too tight. I was too big, but I would still put myself in these little tight clothes just to fit in with all my other Midwest friends because that was the thing to do. And then when I got older, I realized wear clothes that you like. Wear clothes that fit your body. And regardless, as long as you have the formula of the energy that represents that tribe and the people who represent it and the mindsets and energies that get along like you, then that's all that matters. And so this is where I started to realize when it comes to energy, especially when it comes to someone trying to turn me on, right? I am a big man. I am 6'5", okay? But I am also a gay man, okay? So for me, it is about knowing that I want somebody to allow me to feel safe, but also I can make everybody feel safe, which I do. I have no problem being my masculine and feminine energies at all times. But this is when I recognize that I'm like, what parts of myself am I attracted to? Because if you don't set boundaries with yourself, if you don't utilize both halves of yourself, you're going to end up becoming one half of the other, which is then where you become polarized, right? If you become hyper feminine or hyper masculine, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand you are now in a polarized pool between playing roles where now you have to feel attracted to someone who really wants to be damsel in distress and you help them, and then you have to play the damsel in distress who always wants to be helped, right? Unless you balance out your masculine and feminine, which is then about saying, I am able to hold myself together through emotional and physical things, but I'm also vulnerable enough to say when I need you and when I want you to be around me, but I also know when I'm not going to be disrespected and I can still love you through the process, right? That's being masculine and feminine versus falling apart and having one person having to sacrifice their feelings to save the other, or the other person have to feel like they're always falling apart, but they can't really get it together because this person doesn't feel safe. Chelsea and Jimmy, right? Love is blind. It's easy to see. So this is one of those moments of saying like, I like when I know that the energy feels safe. But I like myself. I love a soft dom. I love a masculine man and a masculine energy who's able to be soft and gentle and stoic in their energy. And they can speak without trying to belittle someone or put the other person down. And they can listen and understand that, yes, the world is not going to be fair and balanced always. But they can also say when they're feeling a certain way versus holding in resentment and letting that come to some type of weird competition between their partner, which should never exist, right? We are able to say what we want when it comes to food, this, that, sports, politics, all this. But then when it comes to our own like personal energy and romantic energy, all of a sudden we don't know how to make a formula, right? A formula is simply saying, this is something that works for me. It's working because of these reasons. These reasons are the reasons that I allow it to keep coming to me. So if you don't like what's coming to you, then you have to question the formula that you're utilizing. And you have to ask yourself how you're participating in that energy. Because for me, I like when somebody can be like, now look, I'm gonna need you to stop always freaking out and be calm. Because if I'm with you, I'm gonna handle the situation. And all you gotta do is worry about yourself right now. And I go survey and come back and check on you, okay? And I could be like, yes. Thank you. Because usually I'm always one like, I'll take care of it. You sit and freak out. I'll go. And then I come back and they're still freaking out. That's not helpful. I like to know that I can be the person who freaks out, but when they come back, I also did my part and calm the hell down. And I can go back and say, and thank you, and we can balance it out for each other. Because there's always going to be moments in life where you're that person for each other. There's not one moment that represents this thing. It's all energies. If one person feels that they can't do it, the other one steps in. So I love a good balanced energy. So know your formula, know what you're seeking, know what you like, so that when you meet it, and that person, for me, who's just tall and wearing glasses and reading a book, yes, I like tropes, the old buff dork. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I need help. And he's like, I got it. But then he could be like, oh no, I need your help. And I could be like, I got it. I'm such a weirdo. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I was just feeling goofy today, so take some of this energy and have a blessed day. Mwah.